Dodger ace to take the mound tomorrow in Game 3 of the NLCS. Who's that going to be? We'll find out about that one. Plenty of opportunities for the Dodgers to score in yesterday's loss. That just absolutely sucked. 3 games in a row in New York, as the NLCS will continue in New York. We'll be getting into that. We'll break down the bracket and, of course, what's going on with Dodgers Digest. I'm Brad J. Let's get right down to business. Dodger ace to take the mound tomorrow in NLCS Game 3. Who's it going to be? Who's the man of the hour? None other than Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler, number 21. There's that ERA. Sticks out like a sore thumb, 10.80. But don't let that affect you, because his last 2 outings were pretty darn solid. So I'm looking for Buehler to have quite a game and really show what he's capable about and get the Dodgers back on track and get that second win in the NLCS. He's going against Severino. That's who he's going against. 4.50. That's his ERA. He's got 10 strikeouts, and Dodgers can hit him. Dodgers have a good shot at taking care of business. But what a tough loss it was yesterday. But we have the confidence that Buehler can right the ship. And a guy that hit into a double play yesterday, struck out, did not help the Dodgers out. Normally, he's pretty clutch on his performance. Dodgers off the bench, and I'm talking about Kiké Hernandez. And Kiké had this to say about Walker Buehler starting. So Kiké basically said this: every time Walker pitches for us in a big situation, I feel really good about it. Good thing about the playoffs is when you're on the road, you get to punch first, as the Mets did last night. Kiké Hernandez talking about Walker Buehler, and Kiké needs to step up. Everybody talks about how Kiké's got the home runs and he does everything in the postseason, and he does. And he's been a huge help to the Dodgers, but last night was a situation. We left a small village on the bases. Dodgers were in that game. Even though they lost, they were still in that game, most of it, and they had plenty of opportunities, but Kiké hitting into that double play, that didn't help out. A lot of stuff went wrong on that. But a lot of people have confidence that Buehler can do it, right? Always bet on that guy. Bill Plaschke, LA Times, talking about why the Dodgers have confidence in Walker Buehler, because he's a big game situation. Butane knows how to make it happen when it counts, and he's been in all those situations. He's been in Game 7s. He's been in Games 5. He's been in Game 3. In all these series, he has competed, and he has shown that he can do it on the big game. And a lot of people, look, I could go back and look at all the talk with the viewer mail about how Buehler needs to be gone off the team and all that. Now what you're looking at right now, you're looking at Buehler going, we really could use Buehler on the team. We need him to pitch like Buehler of the past, and that's what we're hoping to get. But there was a lot of trash talking when Buehler was having trouble finding his command. And you're going to have trouble finding your command when you have 2 Tommy John surgeries. So it's not going to be that easy. It's not that, hey, I could go out and pitch just like I did in Game 7 of the World Series or whatever the case may be. But if you're Walker Buehler, you needed to get your command back. And slowly but surely, that was my mom's name, don't call me Shirley, he's getting it back, and he's starting to pitch really good. And at the time that we need him to step up. So confidence growing in Buehler, and he's got to do it. This is our time, because you come back and you go beat the Mets Game 3 in New York, then you're sending a message. Then it goes back to us with the home field advantage, and that's how that works out. So right now, confidence in Buehler, and for all those people who are against Buehler, say you're sorry right now. I'll give you a second. Go ahead. Okay. You're safe now. You said you're sorry. All right, plenty of opportunities to score yesterday, and the Dodgers failed. What was going on? It was one of those frustrated games when you watch it, you're just like, we're getting guys on base, but no one is coming through. And what the heck is it, the fact that Ohtani can't get a hit unless there's someone on base? What is up with this thing? When did this become an issue? If you look at his numbers with men on base are absolutely through the roof. And when there's no one on base, as you can see, like he did yesterday, look at his number. He had 3 at-bats. He did get 2 bases on, got 2 walks, struck out twice. right? No one on base. He can't hit unless there's someone on base. I have never even heard of this. And we left a small village on the base path, but not when Ohtani was batting. By the time he came up, there's no one there. So Betts, I'm glad Betts is out of his shell, right? I mean, it's only a 192 postseason average right now, but hey, anytime you see a hit, anything in there, look, a base on ball, and he got a hit. Did strike out 3 times. I'd like to avoid him doing that. Hernandez got the run, but man, he had those 2 Ks. Those were bad. Those hurt right there. The double play hurt too as well. Freeman, not the best game for him, that's for sure. Over. Will Smith, come on, Will Smith. It's time to step the heck up, Will Smith. What are you right now? 1 in like 29 or something? It is ridiculous. Edmund, thank you for being on the team. Glad to have you. Muncie, seeing Muncie do being Muncie. That's important too as well. So there you go. So. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Hernandez, Kiké was 0-3, and Teoscar had the 1 run, and he got the 2 walks. So Teoscar, that was pretty clutch on his part, but Kiké not where we'd like him to be, even though his average is good. But man, we could have used him yesterday as well. So tough break right there. That's how it broke down. As far as the pitching side of things. Knack, what are you doing, my man? 2 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs. And, I mean, he's pitching to a fastball hitter, and he throws a fastball right down the plate, and there's a grand slam right there. So that was a salami right off the bat. Banda, I'm worried about using Banda for a whole inning yesterday. He's our only left-hander reliever out of the pen, so we got to hope that he is well rested because 3 games in a row is no joke. And then Honeywell, got to like what Honeywell came in. 3 full innings, 1 hit, base. He struck out 2, walked 1. And I like the hard-throwing youngster, Henriquez, but he has a little trouble there. Look at that ERA, 12.00. He's been giving up some hits and stuff, but, he's a fresh arm. That kid, Enrique, started in single A at the start of the season, and he's worked all the way. Just think about this. You start in single A. That's years before you make it to the major leagues from single A. He did it all this year and went from single A all the way to competing in the NLCS. That's a pretty big jump right there. All right. 3 in a row in New York. How is the schedule going to look for the Dodgers? Well, there you go. Tomorrow, they will go at it, 8 o'clock Eastern time on the start time on that. Then they will go 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursday, and then 5 o'clock Eastern they will be on Game 5. So 3 games in a row, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with a couple back in L.A. if needed on that situation. So all tied up 1-1. That is how the schedule is looking. What does the bracket look like so far? Well, there you go. It's all updated right there. New York leading the series over Cleveland. That's 1-0. We're all tied up with the Mets and the Dodgers. And, man, I don't want to be the guy to say it, but you know what I'm rooting for. As a little kid, remembering those L.A., New York, Yankee World Series, man, that is what I want to see happen. But we got to get through the Mets first, and that's for sure. Hey, Dodgers Digest, huge, absolute huge thank you to all you guys that have made it what it is today. We're up around 1,200 on subscriptions. That was just under 2 months to do all that. I can't even believe it. Subscriptions up 160%, 101,000 views in 28 days. Watch time up nearly 200%. And that's all to you people watching Dodgers Digest. Mike Nelson and myself, Brad J., always putting out the fresh content all the way through. And we're going to continue to do that. Hit the subscribe button, and let's keep it going. I'm Brad J. That's going to do it for your Dodgers Digest. And always, please, always remember to think blue.